and serious action.
Our top story of this hour, Hilary Mutyambai is inching closer to being appointed the next Inspector General of Police after a joint parliamentary committee approved his nomination. The report was simultaneously tabled in the National Assembly and Senate last Friday. Members of the National Assembly are currently have adjourned the debate, and it will be going on at 2:30. But let's now speak to our senior parliamentary affairs reporter, Patrick Amimo, who has been following up on this debate live from our City Centre studio. Patrick, what exactly came out of this debate early this morning?
A very interesting debate that took a maximum 3 hours allocated to such special motions because it is one that was looking into the person will succeed the outgoing Inspector General of Police, Joseph Boynet, whose members of Parliament have said he served well after he took over from the former Inspector General David Kimaiyo. And they say that they want to see the same tenets taken over by Hilary Mutyambai. The members this afternoon have said, okay, some of the matters that they need, the new IG needs to look into thoroughly is to do with corruption in the police service. They've identified the traffic police department as one of the most department prone to corruption. They are talking about roadblocks, several roadblocks being erected in various parts of the country to harass border operators, PSV operators and others just by officers who want to extort money from individuals. They've also expressed concern about extrajudicial killings, which they want Nzioki to take charge and ensure that Kenyans don't disappear or are killed arbitrarily without resort to law and order. They've also talked about matters to do with how to deal with organized criminal gangs which are emerging. We've seen in Western Kenya, we have the 42 brothers who are tormenting residents in Vihiga and Kakamega counties. We've seen in Nairobi parts of states like Kayole and Dandora. We have the Siafu squad in Eastleigh, also a group of young men who are terrorizing residents, stealing from them, mugging and all that. Is something that they want the new IG to take charge. There's also the issue of to do with an issue to do with excessive use of force by the police officers. They are said that some officers are yet to transit from being a police force to a national police service. So they want those officers who are prone to using excessive force, especially maybe when handling those individuals who are picketing and or any other matters when Kenyans come out there to express their grievances, that such excessive use of force should be dealt with. They've also talked about the other area that should be of concern to members is to do with the gender-based violence. We've had emerging cases of rape across the country. They've been reported, but officers on the gender desk are said to be taking their process very, very slowly. So they want the new IG to ensure that cases touching on gender-based violence are addressed urgently, and those survivors and the victims also get justice when it comes to matters to do with gender-based violence. They also talked about matters to do with the welfare of officers, especially now that there's talk about some officers now renting housing outside the police lines. They say the new IG should look into those proposals by the Salaries and Remuneration Commission so that their welfare is good. So this afternoon, 2:30, we expect members of the National Assembly to vote on this particular motion, whether to endorse Mutyambai or not, because their counterparts in the Senate did that ritual yesterday, and they endorsed Mutyambai's appointment to be the next IG. So in the National Assembly this afternoon, it will be a matter of priority. The first item among the top priority items on the order paper to ensure that members vote in Mutyambai, and from the look of the debate, he is just as good as the new next IG awaiting swearing in tomorrow by the as soon as the president receives a report on what members are decided in both houses, Senate and National Assembly. Michelle.
Thank you very much, Patrick Amimo. Patrick Amimo, a senior parliamentary affairs reporter. They are just giving us a take on that debate that has happened earlier this morning on the next IG that is supposed to be voted in this afternoon at around 2:30 p.m. Hilary Mutyambai just inching closer to become the next Inspector General of Police. Now, we want to take a short break, but when we come back, we'll be taking you to Mombasa and tell you what exactly